Hey everybody, just continuing where I left off. So in last episode we had some raider trouble, and as you can see a lot of their gear is just kind of left out to decay and rot. We haven't even buried all of them yet. There's a few bodies left out here that are still just sort of decaying. We've been slowly trying to bury them. But we got really far on the ship, as you might have noticed. Obviously, last episode we made most of the progress, so this episode I think we're going to be launching. That would be my prediction, if I was to take such a prediction. So what we're trying to do is get the last of the components we need. We need 5 for each casket. And I think we just have, so we have 25 components left to make, providing we launch with 5 people. So we're building the ship cluster, which is the newest additional required item for a ship. Liam is trying to get more steel by slagging. We still have more mechanoids to break down, although not too many. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. That's not going to yield that much steel. So we're going to have to rummage around the base for some steel, because we need 800 steel. We only have 400. But we can definitely muster up that amount of steel, no problem. Ooh, we got food poisoning. We can start by, once we're done with these advanced components, breaking down the tool cabinets, the bench. Ooh, a solar flare. That's a bummer. We can break down the refinery, break down the transport pods and the pod launcher. There's a lot of deadfall traps, actually, that I might as well just break down now. They're not doing us any good. Okay, so we're burying second to last body out here. The last body's here. I wonder, it doesn't really lose mass when it decays. Oh, we even left a triple rocket launcher out there. We can slag up the weapons that we have. Certainly that could yield some steel as well. So it will be done. I don't want to fully cannibalize the base. I want to leave it mostly intact as a point of pride. But we're definitely getting off this rock. Definitely getting off this rock. So there's one body. Ooh, we're eating some ambrosia. Alright. It's weird that it's not considered a drug, considering it is addictive. Well, that yielded 260. This will yield about 200. Yeah, we'll have the steel. It'll be a little tight, but we'll have it. We can start to replace some of our non-stone walls, or basically replace our steel walls with plasteel or stone ones. There's a lot of little things we can do to ensure victory on this episode. Primarily, we could just go ahead and break down everything in here. I don't think we're going to need any food left. So we'll have this nice central room that I can turn into a dining room. And that's probably all the steel we need right there. I'll keep 2 of the heaters though. Ooh, new lover. Sextant pillar. Oh, that's creepy. That gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. Alright, so this is plenty of steel. I'm just turning this into a dining rec room. An eclipse. Alright, a dining rec room, because there's really no reason not to. Celebrate our, a little prematurely, but celebrate our soon-to-be victory. Some nice things. An escape pod. Well, that's really just two bad fields. Wow, you are really incapable of everything. Oh, you're already down. That's funny. Liam was already down there. What's Cross doing? Playing chess? Alright. So we want to, first I want to figure out, can I travel to this spot? Yes, I can. Okay, so I can build that pod there. And we'll queue up a few caskets. Attached to a structural beam. Alright, we'll put it there. That looks good to me. We already have one casket built. Blackjack's cranking out the advanced components for an additional casket while we prime the cross-sleeve caskets with the steel that we need, and we have plenty of steel. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Yeah, they're all full. So that's all the steel we needed. We have hundreds and hundreds left over. Thousand left over. Okay. It's possible that we'll need regular components. Yeah, it does look that way. Which can be made on this bench as well. So this bench here is kind of the most important thing in the base right now, I'd say. I'm going to get rid of the slag. I don't really need to be slagging. So if we're burying this last Raider corpse, and then eventually we'll bury, what's her name? Fields, the nurse. So if we're burying the last Raider corpse, I need to dig a grave for Fields. The conciliatory, oh no, you didn't quite make it. I'm just going to open a field day on these meals. I don't foresee that we're traveling anywhere, and let's do until we have 9. Ooh, an Aurora. Alright, so we have the advanced components for another cross-sleeve casket. I could use a bulk goods trader to buy some components. I should always listen to the ABCs. I had such a big bucket of components, I didn't think I was going to run out quite the way I did. But then I ran out. Alright, we have a bunch of plasteel left, so I'm going to just stick a bunch of plasteel deadfalls. Or maybe keep them symmetrical. Yeah, like that. That looks good. Field day on these fine meals. Let's get rid of the travel meals. I don't really see that I'm going to be traveling anywhere anytime soon. Alright, let's start hauling the steel out of the kitchen. I actually didn't want to consume that. What I want to do is to move this so that it's not welcome there anymore. means I think we have to allow regular meals. Oh, they are allowed. Okay, we'll haul that eventually. Trying to make this room a bit nicer by cleaning it up. Little party room. A very impressive dining party room. Much deserved, though. Alright, so we have deadfall traps on both sides. Plenty of them. There's nothing left to machine anymore, so we can turn that off. So if we look at the needs here, want to sleep with Pilar. Okay, that's creepy. I'm going to keep them apart, because I'm just creeped out by the relationship of a, what, 26-year-old nudist and a 17-year-old girl. That's not going to fly in my book. We will continue to have separate bedrooms. Thank you very much. So we're waiting on... Actually, we're not even waiting on normal components. We stockpiled them all. The problem is we have some breakdowns here, like this this heater, and we don't even have components to repair it. So, Cross, why aren't you assembling components? Because you are in a parka. I can fix that. A blackjack saddle with nothing to do. That's a funny change of pace. Now, as I mentioned, I didn't want to really cannibalize the base too badly, so I'm not cannibalizing for components, even though I could use them. Could even turn the stove off. I don't think we're going to need it for at least the immediate future. Alright, so we got some advanced components out of Cross, but did we get a normal one? Yes, we did. We just made... Okay, I see what's going on. We need to make normal components to even make advanced components. So do until I have 2, and then we'll make advanced... that was my holdup. I was curious about that. Things that would yield components. Well, obviously, turrets would, if I broke them down. What about a refinery? Because I don't need my refinery anymore. Let's just go ahead and break that down anyway. And I'm going to keep my machining benches and slag, just because I want them. Personal preference. Alright, so do we have everyone buried? Fields? Yep, Fields is buried too. Oh, wonderful. Fields is buried in the correct... Yep, in the correct grave. So now we're just hauling some of these bulk good type crap back to our base. We're going to be cranking out some advanced components. We're getting pretty close. And I said I wouldn't cannibalize the base, but I'm really eager to just leave. I don't really want the storyteller to be like, guess what? Something horrible. So let's go full cannibalization here. Anything that has components in it that I can spare breaking down will be broken. Just to get off this little rock. Let's actually continue making that one component, because we are just halfway through. Who is hypothermia? Cross does? Yeah, you're fine, buddy. Alright, so that's done. We only need 12 advanced ones, and we definitely have at least 12 components out here. Yeah, we have much more than that. what I can do is I'm going to take some wake up. So I can just keep working. Yes, that is as eager as I am ready to go. Have Cross take some wake up as well. So you can tidy up the base. Haul things into place. Cross, let's have you, I can't believe it, but I am making you a hauler for now. We'll haul all the components ready to go. I'm going to stockpile steel here. Just so there's less moving about. Let's call it critical. And raw resources of steel. Gonna reinstall this light here. Ahem. There we go. Reinstall the bench with the components closer. Just so that that's all we're doing. Just cranking them out. Cranking out the advanced components. So you have 3 out of 5. We're almost done. Getting pretty close. As you can see, this setup I have here is definitely working. Oh, now we're just hauling random items. And tidying up the base. It's really too bad that there isn't like a self-destruct mechanism that I can just like blow the base up as I'm leaving. That'd be funny. But yeah, I am obviously wrapping this up. Kind of taking my victory lap here. Because I really don't see a way for this to go all that wrong. Ooh, we tidied up most of the slag. I'm just going to clean up the rest of the area. Just leave it nice and tidy. As a personal preference. Cross is idle. There's always cleanup to do. Guess I have them restricted? No, I don't even have them restricted. I should, though. It's getting pretty cold out there. Alright, so we have 4 out of 5. Need 5 more components. Blackjack, guess what? I know you want to sleep, buddy, but I'm really eager to go. Oh, look, a bulk goods trader. Cross, how about we just... Yeah, I don't care that I am not a good negotiator. I'm gonna buy components. And... I have a lot of steel now. None of this is necessary. Obviously, I don't need to be making any money here. I am all set. This is just gratuitous. Devil Strand Parka. Huh, someone came with a Devil Strand. Interesting. Alright, that's good enough. I don't know who wants those pants, but anyone's welcome to them. Alright, component number 2 out of 5. 3 out of 5. So this whole trip, I made a bunch of friends. Awkwardly enough, 2 people became lovers that I kind of wish didn't have happen. I lost an ear. I gained a whole lot of bionic parts. And I buried, well, I buried hundreds. Let's just call it hundreds. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 81 plus 3 plus 9. That's 100. That's like 110. I'm just doing rough 100 120, 130, 140, 145 maybe ish. Okay, so we have enough components for this ship here, but everyone kind of forgot to build the ship. They're all lumbering about the base. What are you doing out there, out so far? You're gonna freeze. Alright, Sexton, how about someone build this stupid ship? Cross will do it. Alright. So, Liam, enter. Sexton, enter. Blackjack, enter. Pilar, enter. Pilar barely earning her way into it as the most recent addition to our group. Alright. All loaded up. Let's see a launch report. Ready to launch. And I'm just going to go ahead and launch the ship without a further ado. So there you have it. Europa Community Challenge. Tackled and accomplished. The new game mechanics to defend the ship is obviously for the AI ship that you travel to. But here we go. All the credits and whatnot. And we're left with this lovely base left over. I'm gonna just go ahead and... Oh, seriously? I can't even mute you. I just want to talk to you guys for a moment. So I thank you all for watching this series. I think my next series is probably going to take advantage of some of the new Alpha 18 game mechanics, because I didn't hit very many game mechanics here. I wasn't offered a lot of items. I never traveled to a swamp. So if you have suggestions for that, I'm going to take a little break making these series, but I'm definitely looking for suggestions. I'm leaning pretty heavily towards like a tropical swamp, but you never know. If you guys have really good suggestions, I'm open to hear them. And I'd love to hear about your stories of attempting this community challenge. It took me, if we look, it took me 25 hours. Oof, 25 hours to do this. I could have done it a little quicker. I could have been less lucky and less fortunate. I got pretty lucky on this, but I'd love to hear your stories. And I don't often say this, at least not lately, but if you would be so kind as to like and subscribe, that'd be pretty nice as well. All right, I'll be looking to hear from you guys, and I'll still post some videos. They just might not be RimWorld for the next week or two, but I will have to catch all of you later. So adios, and thank you for watching.